So my name is Vijay Bhat and I am associated with Taashee Linux Services and Private Limited, and I am working as a database engineer. So today I am going to deliver a speech on leveraging Apache Hive with Postgres. So let's start with what is Postgres. Postgres is an open source object relational database management system which has come up with a large number of features, which includes inheritance, object identity, and adding custom types, which allow users to add new functionalities and extend the existing functionalities as well. So it has got a reputation of 30 plus years in the database management system industry, and like other RDBMS systems, it will allow triggers, views, stored procedures and functions, and so on. So Postgres 10 has come up with a wide range of features, which includes logical replication, internal table partitioning, and so on. So according to today's topic, let's start our discussion with federated database management system. So what is basically a federated database management system? It is a meta database management system which transparently maps the other autonomous database management system as a single federated database management system. So basically I mean a single system is acting as an proxy to the multiple database system, where the data resides in the remote system and where all the devices connected through network. So Postgres is here acting as a proxy to all the other database management system, where all the other databases are connected through network. So Postgres achieves this using an extension. So first of all, we'll understand what is an extension in the Postgres. So extension is nothing but whenever you add new functionalities to Postgres, you have to first create that extension, then you can use the characteristics of that particular extension. So Postgres uses foreign data wrappers over here in order to achieve connection to the foreign systems or foreign data sources. So let's see a brief history of what is foreign data wrappers. So SQL MED, which is management of external data, which has been added to the SQL standard in 2003, where the Postgres complies with the SQL MED. It is a standard way of handling the remote database objects and remote database data. So it is a wrapper kind of thing which Postgres uses in order to access the remote database systems. So moving on, these are all the types of foreign data wrappers we have got in Postgres, which includes SQL types. SQL types basically are talking to MySQL and talking to Oracle and talking to your Microsoft SQL Server, so and so on. So in NoSQL databases, you can talk to MongoDB, you can even talk to HBase, and so on. So file data wrappers come up with different extension of files, which is XML files, CSV files. You can even talk to JSON format files. So last, the Postgres foreign data wrappers, which has come up with a feature using which you can connect to the remote Postgres instance, and you can access the data. So here you can see when a client throws a query on the foreign table, Postgres sends that query to the foreign database or foreign server, which fetches the data from the foreign server, and it will show you as it is coming from your local Postgres instance. So behind the scene, what is happening is it stores one metadata about the foreign table and as well as the structure of the foreign table. So here actual data integration will not take place, only it will give you an access to the remote data where you can actually read the data from foreign servers as well as foreign files. So today basically we will talk two types over here. First of all is file foreign data wrappers, and one more is how to connect to the Hadoop word from your Postgres. So moving on, we'll talk about file foreign data wrappers. So file foreign data wrappers is a beautiful concept which has been introduced in Postgres, using which you can read the data from the server's file system data file without actually loading the file into your particular Postgres instance using the file foreign data wrappers. So basically here the representing a file's data into a Postgres SQL table format. So this is one demo I have got where I have a file in my server file system which consists of a few data, which is ID, name, and some few time zone informations. These are all the procedures you can follow up in order to read the data from the your server's file system. Where first we have to connect to the PSQL client using the Postgres console, and then we can execute the create. First we have to create the extension first, then we have to create one remote server object, and next we have to create one foreign table and a few columns which matches the file headers, and I'm passing the parameters as file path first over here and the format of the file, so it understands what is the format the file is in. So next, once the foreign table has been created, you can actually execute your query, whatever the query, you can read the data from the file without actually loading the data, which is possible in Postgres using the copy command. There is one limitation with this approach, which is the foreign table is only read-only tables, which is not updatable. You cannot insert, or you cannot update, or you cannot delete any data from the foreign table. But you can copy the data from the foreign table into a new table, or you can execute your select statement over there. So you can get your data without actually loading the data into PostgreSQL instance. So this feature, file foreign data wrapper, has been introduced in the Postgres 9.1 version first. Then later versions, they have improved the foreign data wrapper characteristics. So moving on, we'll see how to connect the Hive server from your Postgres instance. Before that, as you know, the Hadoop is a really scalable distributed computing system, which will allow you to work with the large data sets using different programming mechanisms. Talking about a Hive, Hive is a data warehouse software using which will provide you mechanism to read, write, and update data using your SQL-like queries. So today we'll connect from our Postgres instance to a foreign Hadoop instance or Hive instance. So here I'm using the SDFS foreign data wrappers in order to connect to my remote Hadoop instance. This is available in the GitHub. You can download and you can compile it, which is free. So let's see a few of the features of this Hadoop foreign data wrappers over here. So where class pushdown. Where class pushdown is really if you got a huge table in your Hive instance where you are not interested in all the data, you can in your foreign table queries you can put your where condition. You can load the data which you are interested in. If your rows you can load from your foreign instance. So this is one of the performance feature using the Hadoop foreign data wrappers. So before creating the foreign data wrappers, you have to first create the foreign servers, and you have to create the foreign object, and you have to create the foreign table, and one user mapping you have to create. Before creating that, you have to pass a few parameters over there. So these are all the parameters you can specify while creating foreign server object, foreign table, as well as while creating the user mappings over there. Now, first of all, while creating the foreign server, you have to pass the host address of your foreign server, which is Hadoop server, and the port of your Hive server, and the client type. By default it will take Hive server 2, and authentication type. Hadoop foreign data wrapper supports two authentication type, which is first one is simple authentication and security layer authentication type, and one more is LDAP type. So basically it will infer the authentication type by your user mappings. While you're creating user mapping, if you won't specify any username and password, then by default it will take as no SSL as an authentication type. If you specify username and password, by default it will take it as an LDAP authentication type. So the next, you have to create the foreign table over here. While creating the foreign table, you can pass down a few of the parameters, which is database name, which is a mandatory parameter over here. You have to pass, and the table name, it is not mandatory. If you pass the table name, it will read from the foreign table name whatever you have specified, or else it will take the foreign table name whichever you have created. So next you have to create the user mappings where you have to pass the username and password. So these are all the pre-procedures in order to extend the Hadoop foreign data wrappers. So first of all, you have to specify your libjvm path, and next you have in class path. These are all the GUC variables, which is global unified configuration variables like Linux environment variable, you will set kind of variables, juicy variables, which can be set using a PSQL client or PSQL or Postgres console. So next, the class path for the PostgreSQL in order to access the Hive. So it uses the JDBC connection. That's why you have to specify a few jars over here. First of all, you have to specify your Hive client JDBC jar and Hadoop jar as well, and your Hive jar. So next, these are all the procedures using which you can actually create the Hadoop foreign data wrapper extensions. So first you have to create that extension, and next you have to create on the foreign server object which maps to your Hadoop server extension, and in the parameter, as I told, you can specify your remote Hadoop server IP address where it is running, port. If you won't specify port, by default it is taking the Hive server port, which is 140, and authentication type, by default it will take no SSL, it will infer it from the user mappings. So next you have to create one user mapping over here for the Postgres in order to access the username and the password over here. So the next thing is you have to create one foreign table where the foreign table structure has to match with your foreign Hive server table, where you have to pass few parameters over here, which is first one is which is I'm connecting to demo database over here, and the table name test table I'm connecting over here. So this is all about the foreign data wrappers, Hadoop foreign data wrappers, using which you can connect to your remote Hive instances. So let's discuss about a few of the use cases over here. So first of all, I would like to tell the MongoDB has recent past has come up with one business intelligence model which uses the foreign data wrapper concept. So next, data validation. If you get some data in your Oracle database, if you get some data in MySQL database, you can use this foreign data wrapper concept in order to fetch the data from the both the databases. Using the join condition, you can validate your data. So next is ETL jobs. You might have heard, like nowadays the Oracle to Postgres conversion, MySQL to Postgres conversion has been happening. If you are only interested with the few datas, you can still use this foreign data wrapper concept in order to talk to your Oracle instance where you can read your data. So the next thing is we have to see some of the limitations also there with this approach. The first limitation is these foreign data wrappers. Few of the foreign data wrappers are only read-only. They are not come up with writable access. And the second limitation is whenever you are using the aggregate functions on your foreign table, they actually it will fetch all the data from your foreign server, and it will do the aggregation in your local Postgres instance. So this is one limitation. See, workaround is you can create in your foreign server one of the weave so that you can fetch easily from that weave, and you can show it to you. You can show it in your Postgres instance. So the next the limitation is whenever you are using order by and the group by classes in the foreign table, what it actually does is it will fetch up all the data from your foreign server, and it will do the this order by and the group by calculation in your the local Postgres instance. So it is better to, for this also workaround is like better to create one weave or in Hive stubs itself. So it's good to do this group by and order by calculation on your Hive server, and you can fetch from that weave. So while doing the join also, it will fetch all the data from the remote server and it will do the join. So this is all about the foreign data wrappers. So I would like to show one simple demo. So I got a few tables over here where I have connected to database in my Hive instance. So This is a few data I have dumped in my Hive instance. So I am going to access this data from my Postgres instance. So first, so I am connecting to my PSQL console. So I am listing down the databases over here. So in the database demo I have just created now. So in this database, I'm going to access the remote Hive server table objects over here. For that, first I am setting my Java libjvm path, and next thing is I am setting my Java class path, and next I am just creating one extension which is SDFS foreign data wrappers. So I am following the procedures. So next I am creating one server object. So next creating the user mappings. So creating the foreign table. As you can see, foreign table name you can give whatever you want, but the data name you have to pass here where I have connected in Hive this cool database and the norm2 table. So creating the foreign table over here. So here what happens in the backend, Postgres only creates the structure of the foreign table. It won't actually load the data. Whenever you send out a query, it will actually send that query to the backend Hive server instance, and it will fetch the data from there, and it will show you as it is coming from your local instance of Postgres. So as you can see, I have connected to Hive server, and I have loaded the same data whatever I have just showed you in Postgres, this Hive server. Sorry. So here, as you can see, in the remote server, it is executing the query where it is fetching from the remote server only the data whatever I wanted to fetch. As I told you, as one limitation, if you try to fetch sum of ID from your foreign server, as you can see in the backend what is happening, first it is selecting all the data from the foreign server, and it is doing the sum in your local Postgres instance. So guys, this is all about the foreign data wrapper concept, which is a beautiful concept in the PostgreSQL, using which you can connect to any servers or any databases from your local instance of Postgres. So any queries? JDBC to use, sir. By default, it will take the JDBC only, sir. In order to connect to Hive, I have just checked. So you can. So scoop is actually loading the data, right? Yes. Here I am not loading the data. Here actually I am just showing the data whatever there in your foreign instance.
But just showing the data won't make any use case, right?
Okay, you can do your computation over here. So in your production system, you might want to see from your foreign server database or foreign database, you want to fetch up some data and, you want to read some data and you want to do some computation using Postgres, you can connect from here. It is an extension, sir. It is just an extension using which you can read the data from your foreign database or server. As I have told you, like in SQL types, you can connect to MySQL, Oracle, as you can connect to Microsoft SQL Server as well. And NoSQL support is also there, where you can connect to MongoDB, Cassandra, WhiteDB, HBase, and you can even read the files also.
So this is just remote reading, right?
Yeah, it is just a remote reading.
So what is the use case? Why would customers want to go for Postgres and this feature?
Yeah, like Nowadays, I am seeing a lot of Oracle to Postgres migration, MySQL to Postgres migration. Even the user wanted to see only fewer data. Your user are interested in only fewer data in the remote Oracle instances. So you can usually use this foreign data wrapper concept in order to read whatever the data you wanted to read it from.
Why should I go to foreign data
Okay.
through Postgres? I can directly go and then read all this, data from that.
So this is one of the feature just I am explaining in the Postgres. So this is extensible feature which you can use.
No, I can directly go to the database and see. But is there any way, where I can mix data from Postgres and then data from foreign and then do some, write, SQL?
Yeah, sir. You can actually do. You can even actually connect to remote Postgres instance also from your local Postgres instance, where you can read the data. Like DB link you might have heard.
Yeah.
Like kind of same.
One question here is you talk about a subset of data into a Postgres system which we can for HDFS or Hive clusters, but Hive generally have big datas,
Yeah.
big set of datas,
Yeah.
big tables with more number of columns.
Yeah.
But when you do a table one-to-one map,
Yeah.
but you cannot subset the columns, correct? It's a one-to-one mapping.
No, actually, whatever the query you are passing, it is actually passing the same query to your remote server, and it is fetching the data from there.
Correct, but it's a one-to-one mapping to a table-to-table structure.
Table-to-table structure.
But there you cannot subset on columns, correct?
Subset on columns is not.
It's not possible.
That is one limitation.
Okay.